everyone. So I just wanted to talk to you about journaling and having that space to be 100% free to dream, to imagine, and just to go as far as your imagination will allow. And that area, that space, is really your imagination and your journal, that interaction between what's going on in your imagination and in your heart and your journal, and pouring it all out into there, and having your journal as that space that is just trying to grab the words to try and describe it, just to be free, you know, and to get everything down in there and not to be precious about it. Just pour it all out, like lots of different colours of paint, all on the pages. And don't be precious about doing like smart art and all this sort of thing, and keeping and being a bit OCD about it. You know, you don't even have to show anyone what's going on inside. You just get it all on the page, and I'm hoping that that's what we're going to be, I'll be able to show you, because if you worry about what you're going to put on the pages art-wise, then it's going to hinder you big time. So please don't worry about it. Get a journal that you're not bothered about getting messy, and just be like a kid again, because children don't really worry about things like that. They just get it all on the page, don't they? They don't hold back. So what I wrote down here, I put your journal is one area of your life where you're 100% free to dream as big as you like, while it's being also judgment-free zone. You can release fears and worries, leaving them behind on the page. Using your journal time, you can create an atmosphere of possibility. Oh, I love that, an atmosphere of possibility. What I want my Patreon to do is to create that atmosphere of possibility. Possibility is my word of the year, and it already is coming up a lot. And become your own life coach. I feel that the words life coach are quite sterile and modern, but it's still at the same time you can become your own. There's that other saying, isn't there? Become your own guru. Yeah, you can become your own life coach, or fairy godmother if you prefer. So what I really wanted to do today, before we move on to creating a dream board, or a vision board rather, or dream or vision board, whichever, I wanted to create a page, a journal spread, where I just really wanted to pour out my heart onto it today, because I feel really strongly, and I'm really quite emotional about it, and I feel that this is something I need to be sharing with all of you. I feel really emotional about the fact that I don't want to get too preachy just now, because I appreciate that you probably want to see a journal spread process, but what I really wanted to get across is the fact that I feel that we have lost touch, but I think that it's coming back. I do believe it's coming back now, but I feel that we have lost touch with the magic of life. And I actually wrote down today art as magic, because and I really do need to define that word magic. And I think what I'll do is, in this Patreon, I will share a blog post that I wrote on what I believe magic to mean, because some people, if you say that word, they might imagine a magician, or something else will come to their heads, like heavy witchcraft or something like that. But what I'm talking about is that something else, that's something more that we all know that there, or we never really quite express it, but deep down we know there's something more in life. And I feel that we did in fact lose connection with nature and creation when, like, the Age of Reason came about, and I could go on and on and on about all of this, but it's really been on my mind today. And I feel that I just really wanted to get across that in this Patreon, I really want it to be a space where we can inspire magic, inspire creativity, and possibilities. Oh, that word, I'm so glad that it's my word for the year, because I really want, by the end of this year, hopefully even sooner than that, that we have created so much. And I cut out a couple of words. Let me see. I actually grabbed a couple of words here. Dream, believe. And I was going to cut out another one, but I found that it's on my pad here. Let me just pull the page out. Create. Okay, so we create art, and we create a lot of things. But when you combine your dreams with believing and having faith, we can create we can create the life that we want. We can create our dreams. And I think it is definitely a skill that needs to be exercised like a muscle, so that the more we use it and the more we practice it, the more we can create and the more we'll see in our lives. So it can be quite abstract, because this isn't something that so when we're children, we're all taught to grow up and to, okay, you need to get a good job, you need to do this now, and then we get so wrapped up and caught up in it all that we lose the ability to be able to really dream. And I was thinking today about, there's areas in our lives that, you know, like when if you get sick, or if you get an injury or something, non-life-threatening injury, something like that, and we immediately just go to the doctors, don't we? But which is obviously what we're taught to do. We're meant to go to the doctors. But what about if we actually believed also for our healing? Because like when you have there's a lot of articles now coming about in magazines surrounding mindfulness and everything, how anxiety and worry actually not only makes things worse and stops us from really getting better, but can also trigger other illnesses as well. So, you know, what if we focused on an area in our lives, if we wanted to get well, get better, and we really put energy into that, and, you know, we started to practice these things, and I could just go on and on about it all day. But yeah, so what I want to get across is the fact that we can pour all this out, all these thoughts that we have, all the things that we want, and even our worries and anxieties, pour it all out onto the pages as well. You know, even like the negative stuff, you can pour it out and try and pull something good from that, because you can work through that negativity, because more often than not you find that it's actually something to do with a limiting belief that you can work out. So without further ado, hang on, where's the elastic? I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to have a play in my journal. I'm not going to be precious about it. I have a colour palette in mind. So really, when you think about it, colours, get myself all caught up in here. Yeah, so colours, actually, when you see a colour, hang on a second, they evoke a feeling, don't they, colours? And depending on how you feel, depends on the colours that you want to choose. Let's make sure you're centred. I try and zoom in as best that I can on my new camera. It's quite a wide angle, so hopefully that should be all right. So for instance here, I'm really drawn to a few colours in here. I've picked out a few little scraps of paper. I'm just going to go with the flow, see where it goes, and then once I have poured all that out onto the page, not be precious about it, that's when I can do my journaling on top. So this is going to be like a journal process video. Don't hold back. If you really need to get something down on paper, just do it just write it down on the plane, and then you can paint on top of it or whatever, decorate it after. And even, I have to say, if there's anything negative that you do pour out into your journal and you think, oh, I wish I hadn't written it, paint on top of it. It's as good as burning it. Paint on top of that, and then maybe, because this is an idea that I have in my mind today, maybe you can, on top of because you know that wabi sabi, where if something's broken they paint it, they glue it together with gold. What you can do is, and this is something I was thinking of doing in this journal spread, is you can paint on top of it this glue, this special glue, this one here. This is by Rico, and it's gold leaf adhesive. So you can paint that on top of your words that you want to cover up, get gold leaf and stick gold leaf on top of it. In fact, what would be even better if you get I've got somewhere the little packs of broken up gold leaf, and then you can just stick the gold leaf on top, little bits of gold leaf, so maybe some positive words show through, something like that. So that's an idea of how you can cover up any negative or anything that you no longer wish, you want to get out of your journal, or you no longer want it in your journal. You can cover it up that way. And then when you look at it and you see the gold and you see the positive words stand out, it's completely transformed and you get a really good feeling looking at it. So yeah, I'm going to start doing my journal page now, and I hope that this has given you a few ideas. But remember, please get a journal. I've got two, I'm going to use two, where you can just completely be 100% free to dream, be inspired, and to create that atmosphere of possibilities. So I'm going to journal in here in a moment, but yeah, this is the spread. I'm going to journal actually later on tonight in here, just pour out all what's on my heart at the moment. But I literally just played with the colours that I really like, had a couple of ideas in my head, so I thought I'd just try those out, and then as I was going along I had new ideas and I thought, oh, I'll run with that. And it's literally, don't hold back. And don't be worried about spoiling the page at all, because you can always cover stuff up. And then once obviously the writing's in here, it'll look full, more full. So yeah, I might even decide later on at night if I have a pen in my hand or something, or a pencil, I might just do some more doodles on here. I might do some doodles on there. But yeah, make sure that you just pour out everything into your pages, and don't be afraid to experiment. Like here, I wanted to staple this piece of fabric in here. I just don't know why. I just really wanted to get some different textures in here, and it's really pink and doesn't really go, but then I have the pink in there, and so I thought, well, I'll just staple it on, but then obviously it was going to go through the staple, which I wouldn't have minded. But then I thought, well, if I get a piece of fabric, stick it on, staple it onto a piece of paper, I can then glue that piece of paper onto the page. So then it's not going to have the staple coming through on the other side then. So yeah, I'm going to pour out my heart on these pages, and each day just or whenever you can, just have a play on the pages with your favourite watercolours, paints, pencils, pens, any kind of craft medium, even fabric, you know, and then leave some space for your journaling. I mean, it really doesn't matter if you can't really see the pen too much, just as long as I'm getting it all out onto the page. So I hope this has inspired you. We will be doing our vision board next, or dream board. If you're watching this and you'd like to let me know what you would like your vision or your dream board in, just let me know, then I can play around with some ideas. I'm going to make one for my traveller's notebook, my standard size traveller's notebook. Let me know what you're using, and if you have your journals ready, what journals are you going to be using for this? So yeah, and I want to, this will be over on my YouTube channel. This is my other journal that I'll be using. It's an MD notebook. The pages take wet medium very well, so I've just finished decorating the cover. Well, I say finished, I'll probably add a few more things on here, maybe, I'm not sure yet. I'll probably do the back as well. So this is another journal that I'll be using, and that will go in obviously my A5, which is this one here, and this is by Ink Smudge Journals, and I just love the interior. I don't believe she's taken any custom orders this year, so you'll have to keep popping in her shop to see what she has available. So I was really glad that I snapped this up when I did. So yeah, and in here I have a journal with, I think it's mixed media paper or watercolour paper by Little Rainbow Moon. But look at that gold on there. Beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to work on editing this video because it's quite a long one. And try and get it up for you tonight. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks for watching. Until the next one. Bye.